Hi Sagittarius, happy February. Okay guys, I'm not at all surprised. If anyone was going to have a wonky reading, it would be you. Mostly positive though. Mostly positive. Okay, for some of you, I see great undertakings, financial stability, financial security, success in the things you're starting to do, success in the things you've already done. I think there's career military in here, career government, politics. There's career here. Like it's been like someone's career, or it's someone's parents' career. There's very successful, creative people in here. There's a man in here, an older man, about shop. All they talk about is work. I don't find that to be a negative. I think, though, that that's like probably what I'm picking up on, so that you know who this is. This is someone who constantly talks shop. That's all they ever talk about. So they very much like what they do. There's a relationship in here, a very strong one, a long marriage, I should say, in here. I think one of the persons may have some heart issues that I think is causing some concern. I think there is also someone who, this would be a woman. I think you've got family members that don't have children that you receive an inheritance from. I don't know, honestly, guys, if that's related to what this heart issue is. Very generous people, though. I think that they feel you're a very kind person. This would be a female. That's the kind person that gets the inheritance here. Okay. Now, for others of you just starting out here, this is a weird scenario, and I think it's going to be different for all of you. I see weddings in here. I see you. Someone's very nervous, though. I don't think that you're on the same page as far as children go as your partners. You may have assumed that you both were, or you may have thought that you both are, but I think that I think one of you is not real. I think that there's a conversation that needs to be had, right? It could also be someone that has a child and now has like postpartum depression, or someone got pregnant and assumed that getting married would be the right thing to do, but it ended up not being the right thing for you. And I think that it's, again, a woman who's not happy about this. So you may be the woman who is thinking about leaving, but your husband or your partner is going to do everything in their power to get you back. I can't tell if it's the partner, the male, who is younger than you, or just please, no disrespect, but there's something of a mismatch here. I can't tell if it's maturity, like in just maturity in life, or if there is an age difference. I can't tell which that is, but I feel it's just different. It's very different energy, right? Okay. Someone in here is settling down. I feel that for sure too. I hope I got all your messages. Okay. Someone in here, I want to say this. You're financially secure. I think for some reason, though, and again, I think this goes back to just maybe how you do things, right? Like, there's just always sometimes maybe that feeling of never, I think you're reassessing what enough is, right? I think you may have, again, there's someone in here that I think that they are, I think it's the person who talks a lot about their job. This may be an artist. It may be someone that's an artist. I can't tell what they do for a living. It could be someone in the military that always talks military talk, or it can be someone in politics or whatever it is. They really, really enjoy what they do, but I don't think you realize the significance of this person until after they've passed away. It's like, kind of like the, what is it, the artist, no one's really known, I guess, until you pass away or something like that. There's that saying there that you never really become famous, I guess, as an artist. I don't know, you know where I'm going with that though, but that's what I'm getting from this. So I can't tell what they actually did. But I know that there's a couple in here that doesn't have children, that thinks very fondly of you as a female, and they provide for you well. That's a balanced relationship. That's a nice, that's a warm feeling. A very, I never really get to experience that. That's a very nice feeling. You're blessed to have that. Okay. Now, okay. Those, I think, guys, I got your messages. Okay. For someone, I don't think you're being real practical about something. Maybe you just need more planning, or maybe it's that there's a lot of people in here. There's a lot of people in these messages, and it's like I'm looking back on it's like I'm looking, it's very it's like when the streets weren't paved, or it's not this time in. So this may be old money. Maybe that's why I'm seeing this old money. Something like that. It's not a negative. This isn't negative where I'm going to say you're picking up karma from. This is kindness. It's kindness all around you. So that I'm thrilled to deliver. Okay. All right, let's go through the cards now. Okay, we come in with the High Priestess. Okay. Okay, give me a minute. Give me a minute, please. Let me look through the cards. All right. going to have to come back to that. You know, I think that someone thinks their life isn't. If you grew up with something, and this is where this is coming in with the, if you think you can't, I think someone may have, I really feel that the scenario I got around the child, I think that that's something that involves, for someone, it involves postpartum, or it involves a prior child that passed. There's something in reference to that. I don't think it's as simple as we need to have a conversation, I may not want children anymore. I think there's something in here that's got you, or got your partner. I think there's more to that story. But let's go back to that. Or, I mean, it may be someone, you may have been adopted, or your partner may have been adopted, and I think that there's more to this story than it's a heartfelt story. It's, again, it's nothing negative, nothing hidden, deceitful. It's just something that's triggering something here, I figure. All right, so we come in with our focal as the King of Swords and the Star card. Okay. Where we're anchored is the Four of Wands, the Magician, and the Eight of Cups. Oops. There you go. You've got a good mix of cards in here, guys. I pulled more here, and I honestly don't know why. I normally wouldn't, but there's just, some of these readings are coming up with a lot of stuff, a lot of the messages, and I use the cards to figure out where this stuff goes. So in the past, we've got the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Wands. Okay. That does speak of a wedding, but you've got all the tens out here. All of the tens are out here. So these are big changes, and I think you're going to welcome them, because you guys have had a shitstorm of a ride for a bit. All right? There's no nice way to even put that. It's just been horrific for you guys. I know that for sure. Okay. Where you're crowned here, what you're hoping happens, you've got the Three of Wands and the Empress. Okay. And what's coming up for you? 6 months to a year. Okay, I think all of this, guys, this is a lot of change, and no matter what part is corresponding to you, I think the turnaround for this, honestly, is going to be for the year of 2018. But we're reading it now, so these things are happening now. But I don't think that, I think that these stories, they play out for a year, okay? Now, that's what's coming up for you is the Two of Wands and the Six of Wands. There's a lot of wands in here. But you've got a good balance in here, so I'm not worried about that. And you've got some good Arcana cards in here. Here we go. Sorry, Two of Wands, Six of Wands. Two of Wands, Six of Wands. Okay. I think a lot of planning is going into things, right? Things that aren't going to happen overnight. So, but they're good things. They're positive things. They're the only thing that's requiring is around the child there. There's either a newborn child, a real child, not an idea, a real physical child. There's something around that I don't know if it was a surprise, or if the eclipse is bringing that, and you don't know about this yet, right? Something like that. But either way, these things are taking time, okay? Now, how you see things, your self-image, all of this, you've got the 2 of Cups, the 9 of Wands, and the 7 of Cups. Okay. I think you may have been married before, or someone else was married before, or there's I think you're really, there's things you're really thinking about in here. Settling down. Maybe you didn't want to settle down until now. Maybe you got your finances in order, which they are. But I don't think you think they are. They are. Now, your reputation, how people see you, is the Ace of Coins, the 10 of Swords, and the Page of Wands. Give me a moment. Alright, this is going to be for a small group of you that goes back to the child. I think you've had a child. I think someone has had a child in here before, and it was either given up for adoption. Something happened around that still is very unsettled for you. Okay? For some of you. Something happened there. Okay? Talk to your partner about this. Talk to your partner about this. This isn't going to be something this isn't going to tear a relationship apart or a potential relationship apart. It's not. You're also being asked, again, this is coming in through a lot of the readings, but you've got, you've got guides here. For some of you too, for someone, I should say, you're looking for an answer to come in a specific way. And they're saying it's not going to happen like that, but you're getting your answer. I don't know what that would be, but that's for someone. That can be about a career too. That can be about a job. This can be something too where you retire, meaning you really have had a career in something, and it may have had a lot of physical responsibility to it, and your body just really can't do that any longer, so you're switching to something else. If that's where the qualm's coming in, whether you'll be financially secure or not, you will. And not only will you be financially secure, you'll be very, very fortunate in whatever this is, whatever this endeavor this is. I think this is around a new job, something that you wanted to do, something you want to do. Go for it. It will bring you financial gain as well. I just don't think you'll see it instantly, but you will see it, okay? All right. Okay, now your hopes and fears. I do think this is around a health issue with a loved one. Okay, I will say that. You've got the Emperor, so we've got the Empress and the Emperor in here. I think this is someone's family unit. I think maybe someone is ill, a grandparent, a parent. Okay, because we've got the Emperor and the Hermit. Okay. And your outbound card, you've got the Sun card, the 10 of Coins, and the 8 of Swords. These are good cards, guys. They are great cards. They're just cards of a lot of big things happening in your life, like a lot of big things. These aren't little things. These aren't, I'm going to quit my job and get another job. These are big life-changing things. With the Sun card, though, I want to say the Sun card and the 10 of Coins and the 8 of Swords here, I think that it's mixed emotional kind of stuff. I think that, again, there's old money in here. By that, I mean, it goes back. It's just a way of life, right? I think you get an inheritance in here. I think for some of you, you're getting married. I think for some of you, you're having children. I think there's big changes in life, big life changes in here. And I think that they take a bit of time. I think this will play out through 2018. I'm going to say this. You're worrying about things in here that you don't need to be worried about. These are big changes for you. I get it. Routines are changes, right? But they're positive. If there was anything in here that I would need to tell you to do something different, what does tarot do, right? It shows us where we're out of balance. That's what it does. I think these are big changes. Wands are big power hitters. They're ideas, they're routines, they're moves, they're jobs, they're families, they're you know, and you've got the 8s in here really speak of we don't always want to accept things, right? Like we don't want to accept that our parents are going to get older, that our, you know, we just don't, our dogs, our family, our friends, we don't want to accept those things. They're the hard things in life, right? We're, oh, wow, look at my parents. I can't believe, where did the time go there? They're older now, or look at me, I'm older now, or my body isn't working. Like, these are big changes, right? But they're not, when it's all in how you're approaching these big things, okay? For some of you, yes, I think there's some health issues with family members. For others of you, I think you're dealing with things on the home front in relationships, right? And for others of you, I think you're coming together with, you know, your potential partner or whoever may be at a distance. They may not be making, it's hard to go from, example would be career military, right? You're away all the time. Your partner or whoever is away all the time, and now they're not. You know, now they're home all the time, and the routines are shaken up. These are big things. These aren't little things. They're big things. They're adjustments. They're just take a deep breath, embrace all of this. Your finances are secure, okay? Your relationships for most of you are secure. For others of you, I think you need to lay things on the line with your partners or potential partners. These are not going to blow things out of the water, right? For some of you, the baby scenario may be a little bit different, right? But I'm not getting much on that. So that may be something that comes up that was just not planned, right? Things like that. But again, I'm not capping out on the majority of you. Even these relationship columns, these aren't third-party deals. These are things where your relationships are changing and growing, and they're going in different directions here, right? For a small portion of you, and again, it's not an infidelity thing. I think that your life just changes and you're like, I didn't plan on being a parent, or your life is just changing in a way that is got you a little uneasy. These are big life changes, but there's nothing in here, guys, that can't they're big changes, right? Sometimes give your partners, if you've got career military in here, okay, and they're now home, right? Give them time to adjust. I have a lot of clients that are career military, and it's a big adjustment, right? It's a big adjustment. And I put that out there. I don't know why I'm putting that out there, but if that's the case, if you've worked a whole life in corporate, right? You've traveled your whole life. Now you're retiring and you're like, your partner is like not used to seeing you every day. Give these things times to change. I don't see divorces in here. I don't, except for that scenario around the female leaving. And that, I think, is around a relationship where you thought that getting married was the right thing to do, but you may now see things in that person, or vice versa, that you hadn't before. Besides that, I think these are just big life changes. I don't think they're negative. I think someone may be ill in your family. You may have to deal with that. And for that, I am truly, truly, my heart goes out to you there. But just know that regardless of what happens around there, these people love you dearly. They love you dearly. I think you're like the child they never had. Okay, so there you go. I hope that I helped you in some way. I know this was a bit... for others of you that are retiring or wanting to change jobs and start something of your own, you'll be financially secure in that. It will go well for you. Okay? Get your planning processes in place, though. Okay? For those of you that you're wanting to settle down, I do see that happening here too. I think you're just going to, again, these are big changes. They're going to take time. That's all I've got to say is go with this. These are great blessings, and it probably could be why you guys faced so much in the last couple of years. I mean, you guys got hit in every, I don't even need to tell you. You lived it. So there you go. Okay, if you need a private reading, please reach out to me. I'll be more than happy to help you with anything. Okay, thank you so much.